Okay. Okay. So, vlogs and vlogs. Vlogs and vlogs. Okay, I'm trying not to. What's it called? Make this too long. Just get to the point, you know what I'm saying? Know what I'm saying? Okay, so I don't know. I don't know why I wanted to make this vlog. Well, of course, to, just get into the habit of making stuff as a content creator. And just, I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. Okay, I'm just gonna try to be direct and, like, real. Or, I hate using that word. Well, I don't hate it, but it is what it is. But just try to be more direct. There you go. Okay. So, let me pull up. I don't have a script for this as well, as you can probably already tell. And for, I guess, the perspective of, like, how I want to shoot the video. Is I'll just treat it as if I'm, like, talking to. And then how does the image quality look? It looks pretty good. I want to treat it as if I'm talking to, I don't know, a peer, a friend, I don't know, just like, I guess, the perspective of, like, the audience. Okay. Kind of like any other. And then, where is it? Okay, yeah, 2 minutes. Okay. Okay. I feel like, I don't know if it's like under or overexposed on my face or something. I don't want it to be too dark, because then it'll be like a super serious video, right? Like, okay, I don't know. Oh gosh, peaked. Let's see. I kind of want to be like, maybe right here. Yeah. Anyways. Okay. Yeah, I'll just put the script. I think I'll, like, lightly edit this as well. Like, not like, go all out. Even though, I mean, on that last video, I don't even know what you would call it. I mean, I tried my best and I am pretty proud of it, but, like, I don't know. It is what it is. Just keep on, trucking along, improving as best as I can. Yeah. I don't know, dude. It's so weird trying to, like, talk and stuff on camera. Like, well, I'm just not used to it, but, like, I don't know. I'm trying to, like, see, like, what angle I should, like, have it, so I can, like, sort of, like, talk with my hands and stuff as well, in a way. I don't know. Whether I should have it, like, a little bit higher. I don't know. I'll just learn as I go. Like that quote in Vagabond, right? Oh my gosh, it's so bright. Bro. See, that's why I'm like, is it, like, overexposed or something? Or, like, what's wrong? I don't think it's bad. But yeah, just like that quote in Vagabond, though, right? Like, learn as you go. I think that was from Ine, right? The GOAT, the one and only. If y'all read that manga, I'm telling y'all, bro, he is the GOAT. Okay. Yeah, So I'm hungry too. This was not a good time to film the vlog, but bro, just like freaking, I'm gonna pull another quote. Like Jake Baldino said, even though it's not a quote, it's just a reference. But like Jake Baldino said, you know, you just get started, start making stuff, right? Like learn as you go, and like Mr. Beast, you know, like just you know, and try to improve one thing per video. I mean, and I'll try to do that, but what's it called? I don't know, just more so like you know, just get into the habit of consistency and all that stuff. I feel like is more important than like I don't know. But one thing isn't that bad though. I don't know. Yeah, just try and improve. And my goal is to like, what's it called? Like upload a video every week. That'd be pretty nice. Get into the habit of that, and then just over time get into my groove of like developing a system like you know with ideation. How did I have it in here? Let's see. Let's see. Yeah, like having a day for ideas slash writing, the next day for recording, then the next day for editing, and then the last day for what's it called? Which is just 4 days, but the last day for like polishing, cleaning it up, thumbnails, titles, etc. And then I'll you know what's it called? Just get better over time in the way in the sense of like what's it called? You know, I might make the thumbnails right after or on the writing day, like slash idea day, because eventually, like, you know, thumbnails are pretty important and yada yada yada, just YouTube stuff. But what I actually wanted to talk about in this vlog is dealing with losing motivation and dropping out of college because, spoiler alert, even though it's not a spoiler, but or here's some lore for you guys. I dropped out of college earlier this year. Dun dun dun. Right. Like and it was a very hard choice, right? Like I what's it called? Yeah, I don't know. It was just a hard choice, right? Like, and there's like a whole bunch of reasons and all that stuff going into it, right? Like, it's a lot, and so and I'm not gonna like freaking like trauma dump and all that stuff going into it. Like I'm not gonna you know just drop the whole freaking like all the lore on y'all, right? But I don't know. It was a difficult choice, and I mean I don't know. I mean going into it, right? Like I mean whatever. Okay, because it was like so not in stages, but like it was like a 2 part process, right? Like I mean I had the feelings that I just didn't really want to like continue with nursing, right? Because yeah, my uh, I dropped out of nursing school. Not, well, yeah, I guess college too, but like, you know, I dropped out of nursing school. And I had the feeling, like, in the beginning, like, oh, like, you know, I really, really didn't want to do this, right? Like, for a while. Cause, and I stayed for like, my total time staying there was like, I think I dropped out like officially like in February. Like, it was towards the end of January that I was like, you know what, I'm not really feeling it. Cried a lot, talked to my family, talked to the, what's it called? The teachers up there. They were really chill. Like, you know, no, it's not for everybody, all that stuff. And, you know, and then, like, after that, I was like, you know, kind of want to, what's it called? What else? How does it go? I'm tired. I could make an official video and all that stuff about it later on. But like I said, this is just for, like, consistency's sake, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to point away. I don't want to put out anything like, you know, like halfway doing it, right? At the same time, it's not. I don't think it's a good idea to just focus on quality, right? Quality should always be a main focus, but like, especially in the beginning, you just want to like get into the habit of like creating stuff. I don't know. It's difficult to explain, but yeah. Anyways, where was I? I need to get better sleep as well, cause like that's one thing that after leaving nursing school, bro, my sleep has been freaking trash. Like before leaving nursing school, I was like, I was sleeping alright. Like I could sleep and all that stuff, right? Like cause like my future was like certain, right? But after leaving nursing school and just pursuing this path, which is I want to be like a content creator, a freelance artist, like freelance illustrator more specifically, and I want to what else? What else? It was like oh no, yeah, I want to turn it into a business, right? Like I want to what's it called? Like maybe what's it called? Like monetize it through Patreon, of course. Do mentorships maybe, and of course develop my own community and stuff as well. And what's it called? Just build something essentially like the core behind like the third not the third option, but the third sort of career thing is I just want to build something for myself, right? Like just basically, yeah, just work on turning free art stuff and the content creation stuff into a business. Whether it's of course, like I don't want to make money primarily through content creation, right? Because that's like a whole like I mean, I do want to make money from it, but like I don't want to rely on it. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to. I just want that to be one of my income sources, just one of them, not like the main one. And so yeah, so like just monetize it through whatever. I'll worry about the business stuff whenever I worry about the business stuff because that's a whole other headache right there. That's a skill, but it's a headache. I'll worry about the skills for now, at least for the first like 2 to 3 years. But where was I? Oh, I forgot. I'm tired, bro. But yeah, like yeah, I think it was the stages of like nursing school, right? Like leaving, like yeah. So like towards the end of January, I was like, like not really feeling it. Cried, talked to my parents, talked to my teachers. They were like, it's okay, and it's not for everybody, all that stuff. And then I spent that weekend, one of those weekends, just or that weekend, following, because I think it was like on a Friday after the first test, and I passed the first test, which is pretty cool. It was pretty cool. Like, and I was doing well. I was actually doing well in nursing school, right? Like, it wasn't like a skill issue, right? Like, I was actually doing, fairly all right. Like, I feel like if I really applied myself and all that stuff, and I could have went through with it, even though like, but dude, it was like I was fighting so many battles at once, right? Like, cause I personally didn't want to do it. Like, I feel like I could talk about that in a whole nother video, make it a little bit more professional, because that's a whole can of worms right there. But I don't know, cause I did want to do it, but at the same time, you got to be realistic, and it's a pretty good backup plan to have nursing as your backup plan, because yeah, like I always wanted to be an artist, right? Like, cause even before nursing school, like my first, cause I what's it called? Got into nursing school like the spring after my first year. Yeah, the spring after my first year of going to college, and yeah, like I do during those first 2 semesters, I really fell in love with or fell more in love with art than I was, cause like prior to what's it called? Going to college for those first 2 semesters, I was just dead set on being like a nurse, or it was like a nurse practitioner too. It was like, dude, I was just not not like dead set, kind of on what I wanted to do. I know I wanted to be a content creator and all that stuff. I knew I wanted to like pursue that, but I also knew that I really wanted like to have like a backup plan first and then do that. But like I said, it's a whole other thing. So like yeah, fast forwarding to whenever I dropped out of nursing school, right? Yeah, so towards the end of January, yada yada yada. Spent that weekend thinking about it, and then uh, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go through with it. I'm gonna just keep on trucking along and just like, like go through with it. It's just like what, like a year, and because I would have graduated like yeah after like a year, like 4 semesters, after 4 consecutive semesters, and then I would have graduated, become a nurse, yada yada yada, and then I would have started all this, right? And then I don't know, time went on. And I was like, bro, I got my family support, and like all this stuff, and I'm like, you know, I really don't have to do it. And then like it's not like a one and done thing. Like that's that's when I was not one and done. But it's not like I just closed the book on this forever if I do decide to leave, right? Like that's one thing I was worried about whenever I was talking to my counselor there, like the nursing counselor, because I'd be like, bro, in nursing school, it's bro, it's like easily like the hardest thing that I've even experience that I would have ever done. Like if I would have continued on with it, it was like you're just, bro. It's a struggle bus. It's a yeah, it's something else. But and like easily, like if you could do nursing school, like if I would have done nursing school, I would have for sure like knew that like what's it called that I could like do this path, right? But I don't even know, bro. It's a whole thing, right? Like it's a whole thing. Um, yeah, so I was like, after I, made my resolve or whatever to continue on with nursing school again, I was like, I'm gonna go through with it. I'm gonna just knock this out, and then I just really, I just felt it. Like you could just feel, like at least with me, like I really felt that, like I just really don't want to do this, right? I don't want to like continue on with it, even though like logically I wanted to, like I wanted to like just knock it out, and then like hey, like got my nursing stuff, so like even though even if like this stuff doesn't work out, then it's like I could just go back to nursing. I could still make enough money to like pay rent, eat, all that stuff, job security, all that stuff, because like it's a healthcare related field and everything. And yeah, and then like one thing also, another drop of lore, like before going to nursing school, I went to or I worked as a CNA for a couple months, like 2 or 3 months, and that was whatever I really like. It just like the seed was planted during those moments, bro. As soon as I got hired, not as soon as I got hired, but like after a while, after those first couple weeks, or even maybe even after the first week, no, yeah, probably after the first week, because during my first week, bro, as a CNA, I experienced the code blue. I had to do freaking. It was like on my third day. Like I had to do chest compressions. It's a whole thing, bro. It was like a lot, but definitely during my time at the hospital, that was whenever the seed was like planted. Like, oh, I really didn't want to do this. That's whenever I bought the freaking like during that time, and this was like the semester before, like, because I skipped a semester after my first year of college at university. So I skipped my first year, not first year, but it was after my first year, and then after that fall semester, basically last fall, right? Yeah, last year's fall before I went to nursing school. Um, yeah, where I like went on to where I worked at the hospital, and yeah, that was whenever I like after a while, like I think it was in October. That's whenever I bought like the iPad that I have, which I'll eventually use for Procreate, and that'll probably be like one of my main things that I use for like digital art, because I want to be a digital artist, right? I don't really want to do traditional, at least not right now. Like I'll probably like try traditional later on, but for now, like I feel like that's the cheapest option too. Like it's a whole thing. But I do want to be a digital artist because it's cool. So yeah, and so anyways, yeah, that's whenever I started buying things and looking more into content creation. I actually made my first video right before I left nursing school. Right, I just don't have it posted because I actually do have it posted on this channel. I think I just have it privated. I'll probably unprivate it further down the line. But yeah. Anyways, that's that. And so, but yeah, if I didn't work at the hospital before going on to nursing school, right? Like if I didn't do that, then I probably would still be in nursing school and just going through with it. Cause I was like, dude, I was so like dead set on it, right? Like during the CNA class and everything, like I was there, I was present. I was like, I feel like I was still like college version me, right? Where I was like, or college slash high school version of me, right? Because what's it called? Yeah, yeah, I won't drop that lore. I'll drop that my high school, college stuff lore another time. But yeah, I was still like that version of me, right? Uh, during my CNA class, and so what's it called? Yeah, but after working at the hospital, it was like this started having the cracks in the armor. It was like think, think, think. I was like, oh no, this is really something I really don't want to do, and yeah, I mean, it was cool. It was like a good experience, but it was like like that's whenever like the seed was planted, and then like after nursing school and all the little things just piling up, and then like my freaking the dorm hall, because I was still staying at the dorms, like my dorm hall freaking just being annoying, and then like my roommate, and then parking. I do literally my parking was like what's it called? Freaking like a mile away. Like it was like a mile walk. Like literally, and I knew that after my first semester everything would be better because like what's it called? And then like the way they had parking was so freaking stupid, right? Because you can't. like if you get accepted for the what's it called for the nursing program in spring, what's it called in spring? At least at the university which I went to, which I don't know. I don't know if I'll disclose that. At least not right now. But you basically can't pay for and then you don't even know if you got like get like housing into dude, it's so freaking it's a whole it's just a whole thing. Basically, yeah, my parking was what's it called a mile away for like a while, and then my mom she was like what's it called you like just keep on calling and everything, and that's what I was doing. I was calling them and seeing if and then like what's it, if she didn't tell me to, like to keep on calling them, then like I would have just stuck with that for the whole semester. But they managed to get me like a little bit higher, and so it was just like a 10-minute walk, so it wasn't that bad. And so what's it called? Yeah, it's just a whole bunch of little things. But yeah, and then I just made the decision to what's it called to leave after what's it called after like after that first time I was like I was gonna leave, and then I was like I changed my mind, and then after I changed my mind I was like it just went slowly downhill until it was like kind of pitiful. I don't know, it wasn't that pitiful, but it was kind of pitiful where it was like like then I decided I was gonna leave. uh I think sometime in February, and then that's basically that. um Afterwards I had like after arriving home, like I think it was like after that first day or something, first or second day, or just after a little bit, like less than a week for sure, I think. After I got situated and stuff, I just had like a bad identity crisis, right? Like I like completely lost my identity in terms of like, because I just never thought I would have done that, right? Like leave, nursing school, all that stuff, and just, yeah. And so, what's it called? And I don't know. After that, I know at some point I just like started, what's it called? Uh, I know that I wanted to like just kind of like find myself again because I feel like I forgot who I was. Like I started rewatching Avatar. I like read Berserk, and I did all these things. And I'm one of these days and I tried to start Vagabond, but I don't know. I just been procrastinating about it. But I want to get back into Vagabond and stuff. And I just been like I don't know, just doing things to like sort of remind me of who I am and everything. Or I don't know. It's kind of cringy to say out loud all that stuff, right? But it's like I don't know. I don't know. But yeah. I don't know. Like the best way to describe it, right? Was what Zuko went through in freaking Avatar, right, with his metamorphosis, and that's what Uncle Iron then was talking about how like it was that critical decision. Like I'm gonna pull up the quote. I'm gonna pull up the quote. Hold up. I'm trying not to make this video too long because what's it called? I'm hungry. I gotta check the mail because my dad asked me to check the mail, and I'm procrastinated about it. Oh. Also, let me make a note. Something. Okay, anything. Not anything, but anyways. Uh, find and replace. Critical decision. Yeah, so this is Zuko. So this is Zuko and Iroh talking after Zuko found Appa. Right, that's the context behind this. So, whenever like, what's it called? I think they were in like their little apartment and stuff. And bro, Iroh. Just a side note, Iroh was freaking living it up just because he like knew like tea and everything. That was cool. But anyways, yeah, this is Ira talking. He said, yeah, "You should know that this is not a natural sickness, but that shouldn't stop you from enjoying tea." Oh, anyways, what's happening? Your critical decision, what you did beneath that lake, it was in such conflict with your image, with the image of yourself, that you are now at war within your own mind and body. And he was like, what's that mean? Obviously. He said, you are going through a metamorphosis, my nephew. It will not be a pleasant experience, but when you come out of it, you'll be the beautiful prince you were always meant to be. Right? So like that's I feel like, what's it called? And before watching freaking Avatar and going through this experience, I was like I remember I saw like a Twitter post about how like, what's it called? Like Zuko made a good decision, and then like he got sick because of it. Literally got sick he got sick for doing the right thing, and so, you know, and I always whenever I first watched Avatar, whenever I was young, I always kind of found it weird too. I thought it was just like a plot device and stuff. But I mean, yeah, like what's it called? That it was, like what I'm going through now, like a critical decision, doing something that's so like opposite of who of that image of yourself. It like really does some damage. At least that's how I feel after leaving nursing school. And I know that like at least for the at least like with the other videos I've seen from like some of the other YouTube channels, like I don't know. I don't know. I won't call them out by name because it might be weird. But I know that like some of them that I've watched, like they felt like reassured of themselves and everything, right? Like at least in the video. Like of course I don't know them personally, and so I don't know. It just I don't know. I just wanted to put kind of this out there so that to show that like not everybody that leaves college is like super confident. I mean, I was confident in the beginning, right, for a second, like those first couple weeks after leaving, like yeah, the first like few weeks after leaving, because I left or I went back home like a couple weeks after what's it called? What's the name of it? I went back home after a couple weeks after dropping out. But those few weeks between dropping out and like coming back home, like I was super productive. I was like, we're gonna get through this, bro. I was planning my heart out. I rewatched, not rewatched, but I watched I bought and watched Marshall Vandriff's Design Your Career with the Whiteboard and all that stuff. I was like in it, bro. Like I was like, I'm not gonna like this. This is like a big decision that I'm making, and I still believe that too. Like I'm trying my best, man, to like find the motivation to like be consistent and just you know I don't know. Like definitely one of the my first arcs with what's it called, vlogging, at least, because I'm gonna probably do like a little bit of vlogging, art vlogs, and all that stuff on this channel, but probably like the first arc, if we're doing this in like arcs, is gonna be getting over freaking like nursing school and all that experience and stuff, and just what's it called, finding the motivation to like continue on. It sounds so bad, but continue on and just like I don't know, finding the motivation to find myself again, I guess, and just actually like pursue this path, because I actually do like art, and I like content creation, and I like these things, right? Because even way before like all this stuff, like during middle school and high school, even a little bit during college, like I like editing, and I like just doing this, right? I mean, this is kind of like my first time like talking on camera, all that stuff, right? Like I'm still getting used to that and all that stuff, but I do like this path, and I do want to pursue it, but yeah, I don't know. That, like I said, that decision just like took the wind out of my sails, bro. Coming back home, and I don't know. It's the whole thing. And then also another thing I wanted to bring up, 'cause I got like some bullet points here. Yeah, so I want to talk about losing motivation, dropping from nursing school. Just yeah, like in terms of motivation, yeah, I'm just trying to find myself again, I guess. I don't know. Sounds kind of cringy, but I guess more specifically, trying to find the motivation, inspiration, all that stuff, whatever, for pursuing my passion again. Because I have all the stuff ready. Like literally, I have like the aspiring content creator's wet dream, right? My wet dream, like all this, like I want this, right? Got the camera, I got the freaking iPad. I have like a good laptop. Like I have a good mic. Like I have like everything I need and more. What's it called to starting this whole journey? But I just don't feel like it. But I'm doing this right now, and I gotta be proud of that. So hey, that's a good step. So yeah. So yeah, so I want to talk about losing motivation, dropping from nursing school, and then I just wanted to bring up this quote from Marshall Vandriff that I heard from the Draftsman podcast. Let's see. Draftsman car notes. It's in the episode "Can This Book Make You Famous?" It was like how somewhere between no somewhere no that's another. Anyways, yeah, towards the latter half they discuss more about the 1,000 True Fans, all that stuff, and this is just a note. But yeah, Marshall brings up a quote from I can't remember the exact quote that he's bringing up from, but he says like to be a I can't talk. But to be a maker in this world, you have to. To be a maker in this world is to sacrifice certainty for love at the altar for art. That he got from, I think it was a book or something. But yeah, I guess I don't know. Pursuing this path, at least for now, like what's it called? If I don't get anywhere within 5 years, then I'm gonna go back to nursing school here in my hometown and just pursue that path, and then probably like even then, like even after like nursing school, like I would probably still keep on trying this till I die or anything. Because I'll be like, this is what I like to do, right? Like this is what I want to do in my spare time. I mean, I'll play video games, and I love video games, bro. I love video games, but what's it called? I want to make stuff. um, if I don't get anywhere within 5 years, I'll go back, get my degree and all that stuff, start, all that stuff, and move out, get myself a car, all that stuff. But if I, get somewhere, which, if I really put my heart and soul into it, I should hopefully start making at least some progress within 2 to 3 years, art-wise, content creation-wise, all that stuff, right? And then I can start focusing on the business side of it. But yeah. Anyways, yeah. I don't know. That quote just really from the Draftsman podcast. I really, bro. See, bro, this is what happens whenever you freaking do a one take. But um, yeah, that quote just kind of like stuck out to me whenever I was like listening to it in the car. Um, that yeah, to be a maker in this world is to sacrifice certainty for love. To sacrifice certainty for love at the altar for art. And so, yeah, I don't know. For me, I guess it kind of meant sacrificing the certainty of nursing school, at least for now, for the love of art and what I wanted to do and all that stuff. And I was blessed, to be in this circumstance where my parents support me, and everybody, and to where like, and I don't even have to get a job, which I am working right now, but I don't even have to like, work a job if I wanted to. I could just like straight up, just fully pursue this and all that stuff. I don't know. It's a whole thing. But yeah, I am gonna try to like, what's it called? Not even try to just, I will. Well, that'll be my mindset. I'm gonna try my best, but like in my mind, like, I'm gonna do that kind of quote from freaking Yoda, do or do not, you will not. Or wait, do or do not, there is no try, right? Like I will, what's it called? Work towards being consistent and just trying to turn this into something I could do full time. Content creation, freelance art, even just like just art in general. Like I really like art. More specifically, like figurative art. Like I like drawing characters and all that stuff, and yeah, but yeah. And so I don't know. I'm tired. I'm gonna go grab me some food. So hopefully in a few years I can come back to this vlog. Can't talk this. That's one thing I want to work on too. Just getting better at all these freaking content creation skills, scripting, talking on camera, all these things. But yeah. Hopefully in the future I could come back to this video my early videos in general, and just be like, wow, I used to be kind of bad at this. Yeah, but you know, look how far I've come. And hopefully that's pretty far. So anyways, won't waste any more of your time. It's been what, 35 minutes? By golly gee. Yeah. Anyways, bye. See you later, soul from the future. See ya.